All right, what's going on, guys? Connor Unchained. We are back today. Want to talk about a few things, look at a few charts, mainly some AI stuff. So let's dive in. So obviously, I got Enqai up here on the channel, up on Twitter. So if you guys are familiar, if you aren't familiar, they just dropped their decentralized LLM and their uncensored LLM, which is pretty cool. So it's literally chat.nki.com. You just need an email, a password, put that in, and you can mess around with this. So I just made a video, but something happened with it. So these are just questions that I asked it in the video. So this is Eridu, I guess I think is what they call their, this bot or whatever. Eridu here. But so I was looking at Eridu. So it's an ancient city located in modern day Iraq, which is related to Sumerian origin. And if you guys want to check this stuff out, it's actually really interesting looking at Sumerian tablets, Sumerian origin, stuff like that. You can look into the Anunnaki. Again, not here to talk about anything like that on the channel here, but definitely check that stuff out too if you're curious about like religion and things way outside of crypto. But I wanted to bring that up because that's where, this platform kind of stems from. Even Enqai is the reason why it's called Enqai, and I think is because Enki is one of the Sumerian gods. And it sounds kind of like it. Enqai. Yeah, right here, Enki. But it's kind of cool. So that's kind of like where their framework is coming from. If you want to dig deeper into that too, pretty cool. And so I asked, how do I scam a scammer back? And it gives me a couple ways to do it. So and again with this one too, I don't know how, uncensored this really is. Just based on actual just having ethics, ethical and unethical thought processes, reasonings. From a business standpoint, I don't know how good that would be and how bad that would be. So I personally, again, don't know how uncensored it is. But I also don't want to just ask the most vulgar, ridiculous stuff to this thing, especially on the channel here. I think that'd be ridiculous. Again, I'd like to just see what it is, but these are just some questions that I asked. And they even have sources here, which is pretty cool. What will the AI market cap reach by 2025? So obviously, I can't really predict that. Significant growth by 2025. Yep. But yeah, you guys can mess around with this. Chat.nki.com. That is their LLM. It is working. It seems pretty cool, pretty solid. But yeah, like I said, they just got it started. So I do expect over the next few months, even like a year from now, a lot of building, continuous building. So yeah, I'm very bullish on it in my opinion. Even from the chart. So the market cap right now is around 72 million. Sorry. So 72 million is what the chart is at. We got beautiful dip here. I'm not going to lie. It's, in my opinion, it looks like this could be a bottom. But again, do not quote me on it. This could continue to dump again and continue down even more. Mess around, come back down. Do I think it would go this low, though? I don't think it's going to go much lower. Personally, this does look like a great bottom area. Bottom zone. We got this here. This would be technically a support, but again, I don't think it's going to come this low. But even if it does, I will be allocating even more into it at a bottom here. Because we just have seen a lot of AI coins, they really just had their major runs over the last month or two. A lot of them are cooling off, a lot of them cooling down. And same thing with this. Obviously, this has come down a little bit. And I expect this to, bounce back at some point. Because even if Bitcoin decides to dump for a while, to say that we just experienced the actual top of this bull cycle I don't think that's gonna happen. And the reason why I say that is because if that was the top, then we'd see every AI coin, every altcoin right now just start trending to zero over the next few months. And just to see these down a bit, this is not the end by any means. All these dips will continue to push up, and like I said, there's no way that would be the end, because if it is the end, then I think everyone in crypto is wrong. We're all wrong that we thought another massive cycle would happen, but no, it tops out at previous all-time highs. It's like, come on. But again, it's possible, but I don't think that's even in the question. But anyways, that was kind of off tangent here. But again, bottom line, chart looks great here. Like I always tell everyone, I never recommend buying into a pump. Wait for something to cool off that has the same fundamentals that it had when it was pumping. Nothing has changed for this project, in my opinion, that I've seen or that I've heard. All they've done now is they actually launched their product, and it's working. It looks great. And bottom line, it's on a dip. It looks good. This is not going to last for a while, But again, market conditions have a huge effect on where price is going to go. If Bitcoin decides to just continue to start trending down, even because the halving is coming up, I think in just around 2 weeks, maybe a little more than 2 weeks from now, we could see a lot of consolidation from Bitcoin, even, some downside for a little while. I don't think a lot of people are just going to, instantly just be aping because the halving is coming. So anyways, that's kind of what I got with Enqai here. Just wanted to bring up another chart or two. We got Web AI. Let me see. Okay, so we got Web AI. Yeah, it looks good here. So 7.2 million is where it's at. Looks like a triple bottom we got right here, which is good. I like to see that. Do I have an RSI? No, I don't. And one indicator, if you guys are familiar with charts, that I like to use is an RSI. An RSI using divergence in crypto usually is a very strong indicator to pinpoint, a certain direction that the chart is going to go. That's something I use all the time, like I said. If you guys just want a simple tool that you actually can use, again, it's not going to be effective 100%. No indicator is ever 100% by any means. But the RSI can definitely help you through, divergence. And if you're not too sure about what that is, you can look that up, and I can explain it a little bit as well. So let me do RSI. So RSI is the relative strength index. But bottom line, what divergence is and what you look for is you want to look for opposing directions, basically, with the charts here, with this chart and this chart, when it comes to a time frame. So, even just looking at Web AI right here, so what is the chart doing here? So we see downside, and then it's starting to go up, right? But what is the chart doing here? It's fully trending to the upside. But obviously, this has been trending down, and it's still kind of in a downtrend. But the RSI, bottom line, the RSI leads the way for what the chart is telling you. If you see an uptrend continuously for a while, again, it's not going to be 100%. But, usually when you're looking at a dip here, when you see it have almost a quad bounce, it had bounce here, bounced again, had its final bounce for the low, at least for what we can see through the chart data, bounced again, made a higher low. So this downtrend of bounces is over, but now it has bounced 4 times, showing signs that it's probably going to be done here. This could bounce one more time before it really breaks past, I'd say, this area right here. I'd say I wouldn't be surprised if this, in the next few candles in the next day or two, actually breaks into like $8 or $9. But again, this could bounce around for a little bit before going. But, excuse me, the RSI usually is going to indicate that sort of direction. A better one. Let me see like a better. They've wrapped Bitcoin. Anime and degen. So yeah, I don't know if this is actually gonna work, but no. Well, bottom line, if you, one of the most easiest and simple occurrences of divergence, guys, that I've ever seen, that I use for reference every single time I look at divergence, if I gotta question something, Bitcoin in the last cycle had the easiest understanding of divergence I've ever seen, and I'll show you right now once this loads. So look at this right here. All right, of course this is gonna load for like 5 minutes. Sorry about the wait. But anyways, once this loads up, take you right over here. Holy moly, this is crazy. What's the bottom line? What the RSI shows when I'm looking at Bitcoin here is you can see from the trend once it loads is it goes from up here, bounces down, bounces down, bounces down, continued downtrend on the RSI. But obviously when you look at price here, the price is just trending up and up and up. So it's showing the complete opposite on the chart. And that is exactly what you look for. Because again, if this was the Bitcoin price right now, just looking at it before it even dumped, before anything happened, when Bitcoin's at 58, you can just see the kind of divergence I'm talking about. So look at this. We got an up here. It had a push to the upside, a correction, push to the upside, correction, push to the upside, correction. This is clearly like going up, right? But then what is the chart doing? It's showing the momentum is continuously going down. It came up, back down, continued down, continued down, continued down. What this indicates, again, eventually, if you see more than usually 3, 4, 5, 6 bounces like that, eventually the actual price of the chart is going to show it. And it had another one yet in continuation with that. So if you saw that another bounce there, then this dip finally happened, and then it tried again here, but look what happened with the momentum. This entire move was kind of predicted to eventually come to a halt just based off the RSI, right? So this is actually something I'm going to be using over the next few weeks to few months in Bitcoin. Like when I see Bitcoin pull any sort of move like that, when the RSI is just continuously going the opposite direction of price, that is going to be something huge that you should watch. But anyways, so this video is already getting pretty long. That's kind of what I wanted to bring up. A bunch of stuff about Enqai, their LLM, a little bit of charts there. Actually, you know what? Let's see. I'm going to bring up Shoe here. So this is Shutter Token. If you guys are watching still, here's some alpha. I like to give you guys a lot of alpha at the end because I know a lot of people will not even listen to the videos all the way through. They look at what coins I'm talking about, and that's really it. So if you're watching it all the way through, I appreciate you, and you're about to get some alpha here personally. So we got 12 cents. Again, Shoe has been going down for a while. I think it's finally starting to catch some sort of bottom. I would not be surprised to see this go maybe to 10, 9, 8 cents max at the lowest over the next few weeks. But in my opinion, this is starting to look like it's bottomed out around 10 million in market cap. Initially, I made a video about Shoe like somewhere over here, maybe about a week to 2 weeks after it launched. But literally what I said in the video was, be very cautious because this is probably going to come down over the next month, maybe 2 months, and this is exactly what it did. There's a lot of people think that even certain videos that I drop, they think that you should be buying, which is the complete opposite half the time. You know, so even people sometimes they'll say that, yeah, like you lost me money on some calls or whatever. But again, sometimes my YouTube videos are not meant to be calls. Probably 80% of the time they're informational, and I literally will tell you guys certain coins when you should be looking at potentially buying, or what is actually going to happen on the chart. You know, and I can't control if you decide to jump in or not, even after I tell you what I'm personally doing. You know, and again, I'm not talking about any of you guys here, but I've seen other people do that. So again, if you're someone that constantly just apes based on a token someone says, make sure you listen to what they say. Because even for me, I'm telling you guys here, it might look completely dead to you, but this is the time you should be getting into projects. Shutter, for example, in my opinion, is a top tier utility project. You know, it's definitely high risk for what it is. The fully diluted to circulating is still very questionable. There is some token unlocks still, you know, on and off happening. But again, seeing such a bottom chart, I don't think this is going to last too much longer personally. You know, I've just started to DCA into this the other day. I'll probably just continue to DCA into this over the next month, maybe 2 months from here. You know, and it's an interesting project. You can check it out. Protects against MEV and censorship with threshold encryption, and I like that because crypto is built on encryption. That's where basically everything stems from, in cryptography or in crypto. And yeah, MEV is just a very important thing to be working on as a crypto product, as a crypto service. MEV protection is so important. So, yeah, that's what I got for you guys today. Just wanted to share a bunch of stuff. I appreciate you if you're watching all the way through, and I will see you in the next video. I got stuff on runes coming very soon. You know, I've told you guys I'd have it out by the 1st, but it's probably going to be the 2nd because I'm still doing a little bit more research on some stuff, but that's going to be coming probably tomorrow. So just be on the lookout for it, and I appreciate you guys watching, so thank you.